In this story, three people recount what they remember from moments when they believed their lives had ended and what followed when they returned. These are personal accounts shared as they were experienced, without interpretation, analysis, or persuasion. Names have been changed to protect privacy. This is a documentary adaptation based on publicly shared personal accounts, rewritten and presented for narrative and educational purposes. Most people don't remember the exact moment their life almost ended. These people do. Not because they wanted to, but because they didn't leave when they thought they had. This is one of those moments. Experiences like this are rarely isolated. They tend to return across different lives and circumstances. Subscribe to our channel to follow the patterns as they appear. On that day, nothing feels unusual when it begins. There are no signs, no warnings, nothing that would make anyone stop and take note. It is an ordinary day, shaped by routines that have already been repeated many times before, and by responsibilities that leave little room for reflection. She is a young woman moving through her life the way she has learned to do, focused on getting through the day, focused on what needs to be handled next. She is a teacher, a wife, and the mother of a baby who is still new enough to change the rhythm of everything. Her days are full, and her attention is mostly taken up by practical things. Years earlier, when she was a teenager, there had been moments that felt different. She had experiences that did not fit easily into her everyday life, experiences that often came in dreams and stayed with her long after she woke up. At the time, they felt important, though she could not explain why. As she grew older, those experiences faded. Life became busier, louder, more demanding. School, work, relationships, and then marriage filled her time. Whatever had once come easily through dreams slowly slipped away, until it almost disappeared. Then she became pregnant with her first child. After her son was born, something returned. Not gently, and not gradually. She began having a dream that felt unlike the others. In it, she was involved in a terrible car crash, one that ended her life. The dream was clear, direct, and frightening. It did not feel symbolic to her, and it did not pass with time. It stayed, repeating itself, leaving behind a sense of fear she could not shake. For months, the dream followed her. She became cautious in ways she had never been before. She watched traffic closely, scanning every intersection, every large vehicle, every sudden movement on the road. Each time she drove, part of her felt tense, as if she were waiting for something inevitable to happen. The fear was exhausting. By the time her son was 7 months old, the pressure of everyday life began to push the dream into the background. She had started a new teaching position. She was caring for a baby. She was managing a household. There was always something that needed her attention. Gradually, she began to tell herself that the dream was only that, a dream. She decided she had spent too much energy on it, that fear had given it more meaning than it deserved. Life, after all, was moving forward. On the day of the accident, her thoughts are simple and ordinary. She leaves school early, thinking about picking up her son from his grandmother's house and getting back in time to watch a baseball game. The afternoon feels pleasant, almost light, the kind of day that seems made for small plans and quiet enjoyment. As she drives, she is aware of the road, of the cars around her, of the familiar turns she has taken many times before. Nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels dangerous. Her attention drifts naturally between the road and thoughts of her son. When she exits the freeway, she does so carefully, just as she always does. She prepares to make a left-hand turn. The traffic light is green, and it has been green for a while. Long enough to feel safe. She remembers thinking, briefly, that this was her lucky day. And then, without any warning, she is no longer there. There is no sense of impact. No sound. No pain. One moment she is driving, and the next moment she is gone, fully present somewhere else, without confusion and without darkness. She finds herself in a place that feels calm in a way she has never known before. It is peaceful, gentle, and filled with a sense of love that surrounds her completely. The feeling is not distant or abstract. It feels close, warm, and real. Her grandfather is there. So is another person she recognizes as someone she has known before, in another life, and a guardian whose presence feels steady and reassuring. None of them seem surprised to see her. They appear prepared, as if they have been expecting her. They tell her there has been an accident. They show her the site where it happened, allowing her to see what has occurred without shock or urgency. Their voices are calm, and there is no fear in the way they speak. They tell her that it is her time to come home. As they speak, she becomes aware of a feeling of lightness beginning to spread through her. It feels as though the weight she has always carried in her body is slowly lifting, moment by moment, without effort. For a brief time, the feeling is almost comforting. Then fear rushes in. She begins to cry, overwhelmed by the sudden understanding of what they are telling her. She cannot accept it. She cannot be dead. Not now. Her son is only 7 months old. She thinks of his face, of how small he is, and of how he will never remember her if she leaves now. The thought hits her hard, and she feels panic rise quickly. She thinks of his father, who does not know how to care for him alone, and of the family she does not want raising him. She insists that this cannot be right, that this is not the time for her to go. She tells them they are wrong. They respond by holding her in a way that feels like love itself, not something physical, but something that surrounds her completely and calms her without pushing her feelings aside. The panic begins to soften, even though it does not disappear. They show her what will happen after her death slowly, without rushing her, as if they know she needs time to take it in. Nothing is forced on her all at once. Each thing comes forward clearly, then settles, before the next thing appears. She sees her mother first. She sees the shock and the grief, the way it settles heavily into her body. She sees her mother leaning on her own mother, relying on her for strength in a way she has not done for a long time. It is not easy, and it does not pass quickly, but she is shown that healing does come. She sees her husband as well. At first he is broken by the loss, moving through his days in pain and confusion, struggling with loneliness and the sudden weight of responsibility. Over time, she sees him begin to heal. He does not forget her, but he does not remain frozen in grief forever. Eventually, she sees him finding love again, building a new life. She is shown her own funeral. She watches it from a distance, aware of the people who have gathered, aware of the way her absence shapes the room. There is sadness there, but there is also continuation. Life does not stop. They explain to her that death is part of the lessons people learn on Earth, and that her death would be an important lesson for those connected to her life. She is taught how she would be able to stay near the people she loves, how she could be present with them even without a body. She is told that, in time, she would be able to communicate with those whose spirits were open. As she takes this in, something in her begins to soften. The sharp edge of her fear dulls slightly. She does not feel calm exactly, but she begins to understand how the people she loves might survive without her. She feels lighter again. Then her thoughts return to her son. The image of him comes back suddenly and clearly, and with it comes a heavy pull, as if something inside her is dragging her downward. The idea of leaving him feels unbearable. Babies need their mothers. She needs to be his mother. She tells them again that she cannot leave him. Her guides remain patient. They explain that what she is feeling is her connection to her human side, and that as long as that connection remains, she will feel this weight. They tell her that once it fades, she will feel complete happiness and love, a feeling beyond anything she has known before. They continue to help her try to release it. They move through this place together, which feels beautiful and peaceful in a way that is difficult to describe. There is no clear sense of time passing. It feels as though they wander for a very long while, though there is no sense of day or night, no markers to measure duration. During this time, they talk. They talk about her life, about choices she has made, about religion, and about things she understands here but will not be able to remember fully if she returns to Earth. She is told that humans must forget certain truths in order to live their lives fully. Some of what she sees and hears feels familiar, matching what she has always imagined an afterlife might be like. Other parts surprise her, and she remembers feeling a quiet sense of awe at how wrong she had been about some things. She wonders where her other loved ones are, especially her grandparents who have already died. She is told that they are on a different plane, and that when her transition is complete, she will be able to go to other levels when she is ready. From time to time, thoughts of her son rise again. Each time they do, the heaviness returns. In response, she is shown his future. She sees him as he grows, becoming a beautiful boy, full of happiness, but also carrying a sadness that seems to sit deep inside him. She is told that this sadness is part of his lesson, something he understood before coming into this life. She is shown that others will step into the role of mother for him. First his grandparents, who help raise him and care for him. Later, she is shown another woman who enters his life when he is around 7 or 8 years old. This woman is kind and treats him well. She cares for him, but she also has a child of her own with her widowed husband. The love she shows for her own child is different, and not equal to the love she shows for him. This hurts to see. She feels relief that her husband is okay, that he is happy again, but her son's future troubles her deeply. This is not what she imagined for him. This is not the life she wanted him to have. The process of transitioning continues, slowly and patiently. At times she becomes overwhelmed with grief and panic, crying and resisting with everything she has. At other moments, she feels calm and almost ready to accept what is happening. The shift between these states happens again and again. Her guides never give up. They never become discouraged. She is shown other lessons during this time. She is shown that before her son was conceived, there had been plans for a girl to be born instead. Before conception, those plans changed, and her son's spirit took her place. There was upheaval connected to this change, and she is shown how her son helps to mend it. Just as she begins to feel closer to acceptance, a sudden wave of sorrow rises again. The longing for her son, for her life, for everything she has left behind becomes too strong. She cannot let go of her human life. Her guides continue to try, gently, patiently, to help her release her attachment. Then a higher spirit appears. This presence feels different, stronger, and it envelops her completely in love. Her hysteria quiets. Her guides are told that she must be allowed to return. They plead for more time, believing they can help her complete the transition, but they are told that her spirit will not rest. It is better for her to return, to settle her spirit, and to learn further lessons. She understands that her return means that certain lessons for her friends and family will be postponed, lessons that would have come through her death. She is told that they will still have to learn those lessons eventually. Arrangements are made for her return. She is told when and where her spirit will return, and what lessons she will need to revisit or learn anew. She is also told that some of what she has learned here will have to be forgotten. It would not be good for her soul to know when she will die again, because as a human she would focus only on that. She is taken back to the accident site. Just before she returns to her body, she is told that when her children are older, it will be time to come home for good. She accepts this immediately. Then doubt rushes in. What does older to mean? A few years? Teenagers? Will she live long enough to see them grow up, to see them marry, to see them have children of their own? The questions stay with her. The last clear thing she remembers before returning is the feeling of being moved back toward the place she had left. The calm does not disappear all at once, but it no longer feels settled either. There is a sense of being pulled, not roughly, but firmly, as if a decision has already been made. She becomes aware of the accident site again. There is no confusion about where she is going. She knows she is being sent back. The words she was told remain with her, especially the part about returning home when her children are older. Even as she accepts this, the uncertainty around it stays close, unresolved. Then she is back. A large utility truck has run a red light and struck the driver's side of her small, compact car. The impact is severe. Later, doctors will say that she should not have survived the crash. Even with a seatbelt on, they explain, the injury should have been fatal. The airbags deployed in a way they were not supposed to during a side impact, and that is what saved her life. When she wakes, she is alive. The world around her feels heavy again. Her body feels solid, painful, and limited. The contrast between where she has been and where she is now is immediate and sharp. The peace she felt before is gone, replaced by pain and confusion. The first year after the accident becomes an effort to live as fully as she can. She is aware of how fragile life feels now, and she tries to be present, to enjoy moments that might once have passed without notice. She wants to live well, because she does not know how much time she has left. Her body, however, does not recover easily. She has a fractured shoulder bone, broken ribs, and fractures in both hips. The pain is constant and demanding. Doctors tell her that the pain should fade within 6 months, or at worst within a year. She holds on to that expectation, believing relief will come with time. It does not. As months pass, the pain remains. Daily tasks are harder than they used to be. Her body feels unreliable, and the limitations wear on her slowly, day after day. The second year after the accident is the hardest. Something shifts inside her. She becomes deeply depressed and begins to think about death often. Not in an abstract way, but as a longing. All she wants is to return to the place she experienced during the accident, the place that felt filled with love, peace, and joy beyond anything she has known on earth. Life here feels heavy by comparison. She becomes where she can, knowing that her time here will end someday, even though she does not know when. The uncertainty remains, just as it did when she first returned, shaped by the question she never received an answer to. She has her life again. She has her children. And she waits, living as best she can, until the time comes for her to go home for good. Elsewhere, far from that shoreline, another life is already unfolding, unaware of what is about to interrupt it. Lisa is 5 years old, traveling with her mother and grandparents to the Black Sea, where they have gone to spend time together by the water. This is where she was born, in Russia, and at that age the world feels large, unfamiliar, and full of sensations she does not yet have words for. On this particular day, they go down to the beach together. The sea is rough. From her perspective, the waves feel enormous, rising high and crashing down with force. Still, she is not afraid. Her mother is holding her in her arms, standing in the water, and she feels safe there, supported and protected. Each wave hits them, one after another, and instead of fear, she feels excitement. Then a larger wave comes. It hits them harder than the others. Her mother loses her balance. For a brief moment, the grip that has kept her secure is gone, and the water pulls her away. She is suddenly alone. At first there is panic. Her body reacts before she can think. She feels the sharp fear of death, an instinctive awareness that something is very wrong. She holds her breath and struggles, reaching out for anything she can grab onto. There is nothing. Her hands close around water, again and again. The water is everywhere. She cannot control where she is going, and she cannot stop herself from being pulled under. For a moment, she fights. Then she realizes there is no use. She stops struggling. She lets go of trying to save herself. She lets go of breathing. She allows whatever is happening to happen. Immediately, everything changes. The fear disappears. In its place comes a feeling of deep peace, unlike anything she has ever known. She feels completely safe, wrapped in something that feels like unconditional love. The love is not distant or external. It feels like it is all around her and inside her at the same time. It feels like who she really is. There is no fear, no worries, no effort. She feels as though she could remain like this forever without needing anything more. She has a strong sense that she is finally herself, without limits or boundaries. There is a feeling of freedom so complete that it is difficult to describe. She senses that she can go anywhere, know anything, do anything. Time no longer exists in the way it does in the world she came from. There is an awareness that what people call time has stopped or lost its meaning entirely. Then she begins to move. She is carried by some force she does not understand, moving at an incredible speed. It feels faster than light, faster than anything she could have imagined. She travels a vast distance, far beyond the world she knows. She has no sense of a body. There is only movement, like being shot through darkness toward a point of brilliant light far ahead. As she moves closer to the light, her only desire is to reach it. Nothing else matters. When she reaches it, she finds herself in a world made of light. Everything there is light. The space around her, the ground, the air, all of it shines and radiates. The beauty of it feels beyond anything words can capture. Later, she will think that heaven is the closest word she can find, though at the time she does not feel anything religious about it. She simply knows she is in a place where everyone eventually goes when they die. In the middle of the light stands a male figure. This being radiates light and love so completely that it feels overwhelming. When she is close to it, she feels embraced, though there are no arms. The light itself feels like an embrace. Suddenly, she remembers. This place is her home. The realization comes with surprise and clarity. She wonders how she could ever have forgotten it. Being there feels like returning home after a long and difficult journey somewhere foreign. The being in front of her feels like someone who knows her completely, better than anyone ever has. The being knows everything about her. It shows her her life in a single instant. Everything she has lived so far and everything that would come if she returned to Earth is there all at once. She sees every detail, every cause and effect, every moment where her life touched the lives of others. She experiences not only her own thoughts and feelings, but the thoughts and feelings of others as well. She understands what caused pain and what brought joy, not intellectually, but by feeling it directly. There is no judgment. Even when she sees things she feels are shortcomings, the being does not criticize her. It simply shows her the truth of her life, held in unconditional love. That love gives her the strength to see everything clearly, without turning away. She does not remember the specific events that were shown to her, but she remembers what mattered most. She is shown that love is the only thing that truly matters. Loving acts, loving words, loving thoughts are what remain. Everything done without love simply does not last. It falls away and no longer exists. Only love is real. Then she finds herself somewhere else. She does not know how she gets there. The first being of light is no longer present. Instead, she is surrounded by other beings she immediately recognizes, though she cannot explain how. They feel like family, like old friends she has known forever. Meeting them feels like a reunion after a long separation. There is joy, warmth, and a shared understanding between them. They communicate without words, directly from mind to mind, or spirit to spirit. None of them have bodies. They feel like points of light, surrounded by light. Nothing can be hidden here. Everyone knows what everyone else is thinking. There are no misunderstandings, and no need to explain anything. They are individuals, and at the same time, they are one, connected by love. The love they share washes through her, healing her completely. All the pain and sorrow she has gathered during her life on Earth are swept away. Earth itself begins to feel distant, as if it were fading. She is with them for what feels like an eternity. There is no time in the usual sense, and no clear sense of space either. Still, things happen, and moments pass, even though those words no longer quite apply. Everything simply exists. She remembers this place as vast, without borders or limits. Everyone there seems to know everything. Everything feels alive, loving, and complete. The light itself feels alive. Then suddenly, she is back in the presence of the first being of light. She is told that she has to return. She refuses. The thought of going back to life on Earth feels unbearable. Compared to where she is now, Earth feels dark, painful, and restrictive. She does not want to leave. The being tells her that it is not her time, that she has been allowed to visit home, but that she must return to complete the life she chose. She's reminded that she chose to learn about love and compassion on Earth, and to help others in whatever ways she could. She is told she will return to this place again very soon. Then she is back. She feels her body again. A wave washes her onto the shore. She is coughing and choking as seawater comes up from her lungs. She crawls onto the beach, alive. After the wave washes her onto the shore, the moment passes without ceremony. She is alive again, breathing, coughing up seawater, her small body shaken but intact. Around her, the world continues as it was before. The beach still there, the sea still moving, as if nothing extraordinary has happened. As a child, she does not keep the memory. The experience fades from her conscious awareness as she grows older. It is not something she talks about or thinks about in words. And yet, even without remembering it clearly, it remains with her in a quieter way, shaping her from underneath her daily life. For many years, she does not know why she feels drawn to certain questions or why she feels a pull toward things others find unusual or uncomfortable. She simply grows up with a sense that there is more to life than what can be seen, even if she cannot explain where that feeling comes from. Much later, the memory returns. When it does not arrive all at once, but gradually, like something that had been waiting for the right time to surface. The feelings come back first, then images, then an understanding that what she experienced as a child was real to her, even if she did not have the words for it at the time. Looking back, she realizes that the experience had always been there, giving her strength during difficult periods in her life. Even before she consciously remembered it, it had shaped the way she related to others, the way she faced pain, and the way she understood death. Throughout her adult life, she finds herself working in roles that involve caring for others. At 18, she begins working with elderly people, including those who are dying, senile, or physically and emotionally ill. Later, she works with people living with AIDS, with mental illness, and with psychological and social difficulties. Again and again, she finds herself drawn to situations where people are struggling, suffering, or nearing the end of life. She experiences this work as deeply meaningful. Even before remembering her near-death experience, she feels that helping others is what she is meant to do. After the memory returns, that feeling becomes clearer, though not louder or more dramatic. She eventually works in mental health care and social care, supporting people with emotional, existential, and spiritual difficulties. Over time, she also becomes a psychosynthesis therapist, a form of therapy connected to transpersonal psychology. The experience also deepens her lifelong interest in what she thinks of as the paranormal, the mystical, and the spiritual. These interests are not sudden or forced. They feel natural to her, as if she is continuing a search that began long before she was aware of it. She explores meditation, self-exploration, and other inner practices. At times, parts of the experience return in fragments. Moments of unusual peace, light, or clarity that remind her of where she once was. She finds that words are not enough to describe what happened to her. Even as an adult, with a larger vocabulary, she struggles to express the experience fully. The place she remembers does not follow the rules of ordinary language. It exists outside the way humans usually communicate, making it difficult to translate into words. After the experience, she notices changes in herself. She feels that she can see through people more easily, sensing their hidden pain, their fears, and their unspoken needs. This ability causes her difficulties at times, especially before she learns how to live with it and use it carefully. She also experiences intuitive moments, precognitive dreams, and sudden knowing that seem to come without explanation. The part of the experience that feels most meaningful to her is meeting the being of light during the life review. That presence remains the most important encounter of her life. The most difficult parts are the fear before the experience began, and the pain of returning to life on Earth afterward. When she shares her story with others, the responses vary. Some people listen with fascination or feel deeply moved. Others react with disbelief, fear, or rejection. She notices that those who understand her best are often others who have had near-death experiences themselves. She also finds it meaningful to share her story with people who are ill, dying, or afraid of death. Over time, she reflects on what the experience has meant for her life. She feels that it has taught her as much about living as it has about dying, though it does not give her simple answers. It leaves her with a sense that life and death are closely connected, and that learning how to live fully is inseparable from learning how to face death. The experience does not end for her. It continues to shape the way she moves through the world, quietly, without needing to be explained or proven, remaining part of her inner life as she continues forward. Elsewhere, in another year and another place, a different life is already in motion, without any sense of what is about to happen. Some people experience this once, others return again and again. Subscribe to continue. Cougar's first experience happens when he is 11 years old. He is on a swing set, high enough that the fall catches him off guard. When he hits the ground, the wind is knocked out of him so completely that he cannot breathe in. His diaphragm is in shock. His body will not respond the way he expects it to. He can only breathe out. Each time air leaves his lungs, there is nothing coming back in. Panic rises quickly. He cannot move his arms or legs. The only thing he can still control is his eyes. He understands very clearly that he might die. After a moment of terror, something changes. He stops fighting. He relaxes into the ground beneath him and accepts what is happening. In his mind, he says goodbye to everything. As soon as he does this, his awareness shifts. The world around him becomes sharper, more alive than it has ever been before. The green of the leaves deepens, the blue of the sky becomes richer. Everything looks intensely real, more vivid than normal vision. Then something unexpected happens. He begins to experience the past, rising up from the ground around him. He senses centuries unfolding, at least 400 years of history. He feels himself become someone else, taking on the perspective of a Native American, experiencing the land through smell and presence rather than sight. He can tell different trees apart by scent alone. He feels the arrival of strangers claiming the land, and through this, gains a new understanding of conflict and loss. Images of war appear, and what once felt like a game now feels heavy. He becomes aware of the cost of human violence in a way he had never understood before. Later, he will realize that this moment happened on the 100th anniversary of the beginning of the Civil War, not far from where he lay, though at the time he has no awareness of this. Then he feels himself being released from the earth. He moves upward, passing through layers of the atmosphere. A sense of mature love surrounds him, deeper than anything he has felt from his parents or grandparents. A voice fills his awareness and tells him that everything is okay. He surrenders to it completely. He feels as though he is going home. Suddenly, air is forced back into his lungs with great force. His body pulls him back sharply. He is alive again, breathing deeply, the smell of air filling him in a way that feels almost overwhelming. Years later, when he is 24, a second experience happens. He is living in Colorado. In the time leading up to it, he has 3 dreams that warn him of a traffic accident. He does not know why he has these dreams, and he does not know how to prevent what they show him. The accident happens anyway. He's on a motorcycle when a head-on collision throws him into the air. As his body breaks and hits the ground, he leaves it. He watches his body from above, seeing it crumple, his back broken in 2 places. A cool gray fog surrounds him. The fog begins to move, shaping itself into a tunnel of light that carries him upward. As he moves, he feels love increasing around him, growing stronger. At the same time, a deep sound begins to build, a low hum that fills everything. The sound becomes a full, rich tone, like rolling thunder or many engines together. It is inside him and around him at the same time. A voice emerges from within the sound, a voice that feels ancient and familiar, like a great-grandfather who knows him completely and loves him like a son. The voice speaks to him with understanding, even when it mentions his shortcomings. As this happens, he is carried over vast landscapes and into a large temple at the top of a mountain. The structure feels immense. Thick pillars and archways rise upward into a high dome, glowing from the inside out, as if made of light held within stone. He is led through different chambers. In one place, he is shown people who are asleep on earth, but learning here. In another, he is brought into a central chamber where a bright light shines from a lectern. Within this light are 7 beings of light connected to one another, separate and united at the same time. They speak as one, not with voices that travel through space, but directly inside his awareness. As they speak, the room seems to fall away, replaced by living images that surround him completely. He is inside what they show him. He is shown the future of humanity. What he sees is not peaceful at first. There is starvation, famine, war, and suffering on a massive scale. Bodies lie across battlefields. He is disturbed by what he sees and shaken by how unprepared he was for it. Then he sees a man in a cowboy hat riding with cattle, presented like an old black and white film. On the man's chest are the letters RR. He asks who this is. He is told that the man will become the President of the United States. At the time, this made no sense to him. The beings explain that what he is seeing are possible futures, not fixed outcomes. Things can change, both for individuals and for the planet as a whole. He is shown beyond the year 2000. He is shown moments from his own future, including the last moments of his life, where he sees himself active and happy. He does not fully understand what this means at the time. A roaring sound fills his awareness again. The gray fog returns. This time, there is no tunnel on the way back. His eyes open in an ambulance. Voices fade as he returns fully to his body. He hears promises of future visits as consciousness settles back into him. Years later, events unfold that make parts of what he saw feel real to him. In time, he connects his vision of RR to Ronald Reagan, though at the time of the experience, he could not have known this. Years later still, in 1987, a third experience began. He is learning from an elderly Cherokee man when he becomes seriously ill. The elder tells him that what is happening is more than physical illness, that it is an initiation. He warns him that many people do not survive entering the place he is going. He is sent out alone to a sacred circle. His body moves between chills and heat. An owl calls nearby. The last thing he remembers before losing consciousness is the early morning hour. Then he wakes up dead. What follows he refuses to fully describe again, saying only that he found himself suspended in a place of darkness and terror, caught in a struggle beyond anything human. He survives it, though barely, and later understands it as part of an ancient story that mirrors myths far older than himself. After the third experience, he survives. He regains his sanity and returns to ordinary life, though what feels ordinary now is different from what it once was. He knows he has been somewhere most people never go, and that knowledge stays with him, even when he does not talk about it. For a long time, he keeps much of it to himself. He becomes aware that the experiences have changed him in ways that are not always easy to live with. His perception feels wider than before, as if more information is constantly present. He notices that he understands people differently, sensing what lies behind their words and actions, even when they are not aware of it themselves. Some of what comes with this feels like a gift. He finds that his thinking has changed. He understands things more quickly and more broadly than he used to, as if his awareness now moves beyond immediate personal concerns. He becomes more patient, more able to sit with complexity, more willing to see situations from many sides at once. Other changes feel like burdens. He experiences a sense of distance from people around him, a feeling of being separate that he cannot easily explain. There are moments when unusual things happen around him, things that make him feel uncomfortable rather than powerful. He becomes careful about how much of himself he shows to others. He notices abilities that seem to go beyond ordinary communication, moments where thoughts appear to move directly between people without being spoken. At times this feels useful, even gentle. At other times it feels intrusive and heavy, something that must be handled with care. He becomes cautious. He believes that such abilities carry responsibility, and that using them without restraint can cause harm. Over time, he comes to feel that people are not ready for this kind of power, and that it can easily be misused. This awareness makes him quieter, more reserved, and more careful about how he lives. He reflects often on love. Compared to what he experienced in the heavens, human love feels small and incomplete. Still, he believes it matters. He believes it must be generated again and again, even when it feels difficult. He carries the sense that all life is connected and that every form of life has value. The experiences also leave him with a deep awareness of immortality, not as a belief, but as something he feels he has lived through directly. Death no longer feels like an ending to him, but it also does not feel simple or easy. He understands that responsibility does not disappear after death, and that growth continues beyond it. He writes about what he has experienced, choosing his words carefully. He knows that many people will not understand and that some will dismiss what he says entirely. Still, he feels compelled to record what he can, even when he feels limited by language. Writing becomes a way of holding the experiences without needing to explain them to everyone. He continues to live quietly. He does not try to convince others of anything. He does not seek attention. He moves through life aware of how much remains unseen, carrying the memory of places most people never visit, and of lessons that cannot be easily shared. The experiences stay with him, not as answers, but as something that reshaped the way he sees himself, other people, and the world he continues to walk through each day. There is no final moment that ties these stories together, no point where they resolve into something clear or easily understood. Each life continues on its own path, shaped by what was experienced and then folded back into ordinary time. Some of them remember everything. Some remember only fragments. Some carry the memory quietly without words. The world does not change in any obvious way because of these moments. Roads are still busy. Beaches are still loud with wind and water. Children still fall, grow up, and move forward without knowing what waits beneath the surface of their lives. What was seen is not explained. What was felt is not reduced. The experiences remain as they are, suspended between memory and silence, belonging only to the people who lived them. They do not ask to be believed. They do not offer answers. They simply exist, and somewhere, in another place, in another moment that looks completely ordinary from the outside, something else is already beginning. If this resonated, feel free to leave a thought below. And if you'd like to keep exploring these stories, subscribing helps you find your way back.